Let's start with the AFC, the 3 o'clock game, the most boring game of the day. There was only two, so one of them had to be boring. You had the New England Patriots going into Denver, taking on the Denver Broncos. This game, I watched it. I don't know if you guys saw the totality of this game. I'll start with my thoughts. Boring, dull, really bad. Outside of one Jarrett Stidham drive and one Drake May touchdown run, really dull. But you know what? The defense. Hey, both defenses are really good. The Patriots defense is really good. And the Broncos defense is very good. So I'm not going to shit on them at all because they played a really good game. Now, about with 6 minutes left in the third quarter, it started to snow. And then both offenses couldn't do anything. So that kind of, made me hate the game a little bit more because both offenses couldn't do anything, literally. Had multiple field goal attempts, and they just shanked them all. Patriots got a block on one of them, and that was it. Yeah, and the Patriots win, 10-7. And Jarrett Stidham had that one drive. Outside of that, looked awful, looked pedestrian, looked like a backup QB because he is. That's what he is. That's his ceiling. Okay. Drake May and the Patriots, I guess you could say they show me a lot of resolve, right? Tough, gritty defensive game, right? Game of inches, a game of, trying to get yards on a punt, you know what I mean? And just stopping the other team from scoring, and they did that, right? So not a fun way to go into the Super Bowl, not really a big momentum way of shaking things up and going into the Super Bowl, but they are going to the Super Bowl. The New England Patriots are back. After 2 4-win seasons in a row, they are now on their way to possibly becoming Super Bowl champions again for the 7th time as a franchise. Yikes. Does anybody have anything else to add about this game? Anything else?
The Broncos, right? That's who you're talking about?
Yep, Broncos, Patriots, yep.
It was a boring game, but I do want to give some props to the backup of the Broncos,
Jarrett Stidham.
Garrett Stidham, yeah. I feel like it wasn't a complete shit the bed for someone who hasn't played in like 2, 3. I don't know. When did he play? When did he ever play? Like
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Literally.
Yep.
Yeah, no, shout out. I mean, the Patriots only scored 10 points, so they definitely had to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How I would describe this game: dull, boring, dry, outside of a Jarrett Stidham drive. Yeah. I mean, both defenses are really good. We know that. It was going to be a tough game regardless. The snow didn't help. Genuinely didn't help.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows if the snow didn't come, what the result would have been, how it would have looked. The two takeaways I have is that I have no answer on this on the Patriots team. I don't know how good it actually is. Their entire path throughout the playoffs has been questionable at best. They had the easy schedule by percentage in the NFL. They played Justin Herbert in the playoffs. They played C.J. Stroud in the playoffs. We know how that went. And they played the Denver Broncos without Bo Nix and in the snow. And their only real points came off a turnover in which they were inside the 20 because of that turnover. So I still don't know if Drake May is all that. He had a couple good runs, but passing-wise didn't really do too much because of the snow. I get it. But I still don't know what thing this Patriots team and how good it actually is and how good it actually can be. They just haven't faced. It's not that they haven't faced good comp. It's had been questionable. There's been asterisks next to all their comps. So is Drake May in this offense really that good? This defense is good. Is it great? I don't think so. I think it has great players, but is it an overall great defense? I think it's beatable. I think you could pass on it. You could run on it. Is it enough for me to justify a Super Bowl? I don't know because I haven't seen it. So I don't know. But shout to New England, I guess. Good for them. The quickest rebuild. Even when they lose right, and they draft right, and they hit all their draft picks, and they become a great team in 2 years. Even when they lose right. That's how good they are. So, I think overall, the game is the game. Snow didn't help. It was always going to be defense heavy, but it's a stinker. It happens, For an AFC title game, it sucks, but New England got the job done when it mattered. They got the extra field goal when it mattered, and that's all it took.
Yep.
All it took. They had the right game plan. Mark Vrabel is a great coach. He knew what the game plan was. He executed it. His guys executed it. They didn't turn the ball over. They didn't overexert themselves. That defense is solid, and they did what they needed to do. They didn't let Jared Stidham beat them. That is a very important thing to say. Because if he would have beat them, that would have been a big time story for Mike Vrabel. How are you letting Jared Stidham beat you? But he didn't let that happen. They had a game plan. They executed it well. They got the job done. They move on. Congrats, New England. And whatever. Fuck Boston.
Yeah, fuck Boston. Yeah, fuck them. And Drake May going to the Super Bowl in his second year. I mean, from 4 wins to 13 wins, right? I mean, that's a fucking impressive jump. Drake May's not even close to where some would say you need to be in order to be in a situation like this, right? Like, it's very rare that you see these guys in, big time moments at such a young age, right? At such a young time in their career. Right? This is his second full season playing. Last year we were talking about him. Drake May looked good with shit talent, and they only won 4 games, but at least he's gonna be okay. We didn't think that he would be the number 2 or number 1 quarterback in the league. We didn't think that he was going to be number 1 or number 2 in MVP voting. We didn't think he was going to throw 30-plus touchdowns this year. I don't even think Patriots fans knew that. So in order to give, some good, at least some good praise, I guess, Drake May fucking balled out this year way above his own expectations, I think, and way above fans' expectations and even the fucking organization's expectations, right? You bring in Mike Vrabel, you're like, this guy could build up something. Build up, not just fucking come in and immediately have a fucking skyscraper built with fucking a nice patio, gardens at fucking floor 50 and 40 and nice shit over here and a gym and a pool and everything. They got everything right now, and they're clicking. And Mike Vrabel is a really good reason why. Brought in the right guys in the room, and Drake May's playing his ass off. You play the team in front of you. We can talk about schedule all we want, and it is the easiest, but you still got to win. And we see a lot of teams with easy schedules, they don't win. But winning is the most important thing, and especially in New England, when Tom Brady was there, it was a very do-your-job type of team. You do your job. Whoever is in front of you, you fucking beat them. Doesn't matter if it's easy, and Tom Brady would say it, nothing's easy. This is the NFL. Ain't shit easy. Now, obviously, us fans, we may be like, you're a little bullshitty. But he is right in a grand scheme of things, right? Nothing is easy in life. So, give yourself that edge to always compete and always try to see your opponent at its best. So, shout out to the Patriots. They get the win. Drake May played fantastic, and he is a really good reason as why they are in the Super Bowl. This is kind of the leap that we wanted C.J. Stroud to take, right? When we think about it, right? C.J. Stroud, after that rookie year, played really well, won a playoff game. We're thinking, oh, shit, the Texans might go somewhere. And then the regression hits. But Drake May,
I think you can
on the up.
make the argument for Stroud. Stroud, Herbert, Love, right? To a degree, Trevor. It's that progression. And I give credit to Mike Vrabel. And again, it's not like this is a bad Patriots team that's winning against bad teams. This is a really good Patriots team winning against bad teams. That's what it's still at the end. It's a really good team. It's a well-coached team. They're disciplined. Their defense is very good. They have talent there. They have talent on offense. It's not like they're lacking talent. It's a really good team led by a progressive quarterback who's doing a really good job. Not turning the ball over and going through his progressions, getting the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's remarkable what a team's able to do when you're able to get the quarterback right, the coach right, the draft picks right, the free agency right, and the talent right, and the locker room right, all over the course of a year. That doesn't happen often.
Yep.
We're able to get everything to where it needs to be and a Super Bowl in that same year. That's what New England did, and I give credit to Mark Rabel for doing that.
Yep. And Robert Kraft.
That
brother is one of the greatest owners of all time in any sport ever. He's fantastic. He knows what to do, and they even know how to lose right. As you said, Daniel, they know how to lose right. Even when they lose, they're winning because they're looking for something in the future. They're building towards something. So shout out to the Patriots. Let's get off of this game. Tough for the Broncos, though. You know, you get all the way here, and then your quarterback is hurt. Right, and then you got to play with a fucking backup who's shitty. So, you know, tough loss for the Broncos, but you know, your defense still has you in that game. They did. You were very much so in that game for the whole entire game. Once it started snowing, right, maybe. Maybe. But Drake May and them, they got first downs. Right? Why can't you? So, tough for the Broncos. Tough break.